It's been a minute since I did a review on this channel, and so I managed to get hold of some trucks that otherwise would have been very difficult to get hold of. Once again, thank you to Charlie. So what did I get in this time's haul from the US? A few trucks, most definitely. A couple of Superstore exclusives. You can see in front of you the Gravedigger Blonde to the Bone, Kristen Anderson's truck there, and Max D XX, the new look for Max D. Excited to have that one. We also have the Throttle Monsters here. Two Velociraptors, both of these, Travis Mowry and David Alfort's one. We also have Vendetta and Rockwell Red, more Throttle Monsters. Rockwell Red has fallen out of where it should be, which is strange. Didn't expect that. And these two, which seem like the most normal of the two, but well, I suppose Rage is, but Black Pearl is one of the most rare trucks you can find these days. And a lot of people have told me to keep this in the packaging, and do you know what? I'm not going to do that, because these trucks are to be enjoyed by me, and in the packaging, can't do that. This thing's coming out today. Also, the packaging is damaged, so why would I bother keeping it in packaging? Let's kick things off then with Rage. This is probably the most normal truck that you can expect to find, and why is it in this haul? Well, because Mix 25 never got released in the UK, at least nowhere I could find it. Taking a look at some of the details, I'm really liking the paintwork all over this thing. You can see the Lucas Oil Products logo on the top there, as well as the design on the hood. The front grille looking very nicely painted as well. The back is looking good, Power Master written with the green flames there, Rage on the side with the cone logo at the back of the truck. It's pretty straightforward, black chassis, silver roll cage, silver rims, black tyres. It looks very cool, looks like Rage to me, and I'm glad to add it to my collection finally. Also, came with a dirt ramp, nice to see that when they don't come with them anymore. Talking of little collectibles that don't come with things anymore, the collectible that came with the Black Pearl, who remembers those classic Monster Jam wristbands? Let's just get that in focus. Oh boy, there it is, looking like a wristband. Great. Let's talk about this Black Pearl truck. I'm thrilled to finally have this in my collection. For those of you who don't know, I first signed up to Monster Truck Attitude. If you don't follow that channel, definitely do. And the first truck that I got put in was Black Pearl, and from that moment, I've been trying to find it. Also, big fan of it on the actual Monster Jam circuit. So yeah, I really like the design of this truck and glad to have a die-cast version. And it can't just be me that thinks this thing needs a re-release sometime soon. Please, for the love of God. It's got a whole new chassis shape as well, or bodywork shape even. So there's a reason if you needed one to re-release this thing. Plus, it would bring the price down of the old ones. This is a really cool truck. Very nice wraparound, and I love it. On to the Throttle Monsters, and we will start with Rockwell Red. And for all four of the Throttle Monster trucks, I'm going to be putting them on new chassis. We'll be talking about that in just a minute. But first things first, Rockwell Red. This is not an accurate casting of what Rockwell Red actually looks like, but I like it nonetheless. It's a very cool truck, and it has some really nice paint decals on it. I really like the front windshield. This thing just looks very, very cool, and I had to get hold of it because it's just cool. It's just cool. I will need to make some modifications to it to make it work, but I will be careful with it, hopefully. Yeah, this is a very cool looking truck, and I needed to add it to the collection. I'm pleased to have done that because it's just cool. It's just very, very cool. The decals all over it. There's not a lot else I can say about this other than it looks great. Again, doesn't look like actual Rockwell Red. There's some subtle changes and differences they've made, but overall, a cool diecast. This is the chassis that I will be putting the Rockwell body onto. White rims on the BKTs, a red chassis, and black roll cage, because I think that will look very cool with it all together. Yeah, that's what that's going to look like when it's done, and I might add them into a video later on to see that. Vendetta. This is the last truck that I need to complete last year's Series Yellow lineup from the actual Monster Jam. This tour I saw live in Atlanta back last year. Vendetta was the last truck I needed to add, and I have indeed now added it. Once again, we'll be taking the body off to add to a new chassis, Spin Master chassis. So yeah, the design work on the side of this thing looks very cool indeed. You can see the red line oil logos on side and back, as well as the Vendetta logo on the side, and lots of nice graphics. The front leaves a little bit to be desired, but I can look past that for the rest of this. That looks awesomely painted. It's a very nice looking truck, and it's very nicely decorated with its paintwork. They've done a really nice job. It looks very crisp indeed. I've tried to make Vendetta's chassis look somewhat similar to how it looked on tour, and so I've gone for red rims, a red roll cage, and a black chassis, because I think that will look really cool with that bodywork on there as well. Looking forward to putting that one together, definitely. You would not believe how long I've been looking forward to getting the Velociraptor trucks into my collection, modifying them and having them on the box. I keep all of my trucks in a box. I need to get shelves for them. I'm so thrilled to have Velociraptor here, especially the orange and purple version, because it was the original version. The purple top I wasn't too keen on originally. I really like it now. This truck looks really nicely decorated. It's a full wraparound design once again. The detailing is very, very nice. The paintwork is very, very nice. You can see the tail and the ridges on the back. You can see some molded detail on the roof there. And the teeth all the way round the front is a very nice design. All the scale look and the claws and everything on the back, even the Velociraptor logo on the back. This truck just looks awesome. We're going to talk about the other one in just a moment, but first I want to show you what chassis I'm going to be putting this bodywork onto, and I'm very proud of myself. It's been a lot of chop and change with how this one has come together, but we have this, an orange chassis with a purple or blue-ish roll cage. I can't see colours well. Silver rims, and of course BKT printed tyres. Now, the blue and black Velociraptor with the green teeth, I was not at all keen on when I first saw it, and once again, it's a design that has really grown on me as the tour has progressed. I'd have loved to have seen this thing live this year. Obviously, I live in the UK. It is operating in the US, and it will not be coming to London 2023. I will be, however. Very excited for that one, seeing the Marvel truck's debut, but this truck also looks very nice. Once again, all the detailing has been captured very nicely. All of the same sort of scales and ridges, all the teeth, all the claws, legs. It's very, very cool, and there's some subtle dark blue in with the black on the roof as well. I don't know whether that's just a printing error or what, but it looks very cool indeed, and this has become one of my favourite monster trucks in my collection. Despite the fact I prefer the orange version, yeah, this is actually the truck I prefer in my collection. You heard it here first. For the chassis for this one, I have decided to go quite Route 1 with this, but I like it still. We have here a black chassis with blue roll cage, blue rims, and BKT printed tyres. Yeah, it will look very cool when it's done, and I'm excited to see it when it is so done. I really wasn't sure I was going to get this truck. Blonde to the Bone is a really nice design. Is it nice enough for me to add to my collection was the question I was asking myself, and in the end I decided yes it is. The packaging looks really cool, but I'm going to take this truck out of packaging. I know a limited edition truck should probably stay in the packaging unless you have a swap or a spare even to take the other one out, leave one in, but I just couldn't bring myself to leave this in the packaging, and the same can be said for Max D. We'll get onto that in a bit, but this is a really nicely presented truck. The packaging is very cool, and I love the fact that Kristen has helped to design this truck. I also love that it's not on a pink chassis, and that it keeps the Gravedigger green roll cage. Kristen is a Gravedigger driver, and it would be wrong of us to change everything about this so that it suits the fact that she drives a Gravedigger. Like, her Gravedigger isn't pink, it's green. The fact that she's had a chance to design her own version, it's very, very cool, and we should all just enjoy it for what it is, and that is a very cool design. And let's take a look at that design a little bit closer. We have a nice mauvey purple decal. Mauvey purple, great choices for Gravedigger, because we have seen a purple Gravedigger before. We do have a little bit of pink in there, just little highlights. I love the pink around the green flames, that's a very nice touch. I love the purple on the roof as well for that same detail. The design on the sides is very nice with the sort of mauvey purple look, And of course we have the designs top and on the hood as well, with Kristen written on the memorial. Bad to the bone should say blonde to the bone. I do think that one should say blonde to the bone, but again, Kristen is bad to the bone. We have a purple chassis, a green roll cage with the header highlighted in black, pink and purple on the rims and the bead locks in turn, and of course BKT printed tyres. Lastly, we have Max D20 or Double X. I really like this truck. I've enjoyed seeing it on Monster Jam on YouTube, obviously the main TV show being uploaded there. The packaging is very, very cool on this as well. You can see Maximus there and the Max D Double X logo, the flames in the background, one of 5,000 limited edition, and the flaming Monster Jam logo as well, the 20th anniversary of Max D. And this truck looks very, very cool in its packaging. Again, I will be taking it out. There is a write-up there about Max D's history and Tom Meents in Monster Jam as well. So if you want to pause the video and have a read of that, I'm going to open up this truck and get it out because I can't stand to see it stopped any longer in there. And there it is. This is a very, very, very cool truck and I love it. It brings together two of Tom Meents' favourite designs for Max D, the Max D Fire from the Fire and Ice event, I don't know how to explain that, and the all-black stealthy Max D that happened some time ago. My history of Monster Jam is bad. I continue to try and learn. Please let me know in the comments that bit of history. You can see Double X on the wheels. One of my wheels has got a slight blemish on it, which is a shame, and that's why I'm absolutely fine with taking this out of the packaging, because it's not perfect. You can also just see on the main body itself, it has that sparkle coating, which I adore on the trucks. The flames all the way top and bottom looks excellent as well. The Max D Double X logo on there looks great. You can see Maximus on the hood, the lights on the front, a few sculpted details of grills and whatnot. The flames continue on the top, but this is really nicely captured. You got the lights on the back, the Monster Jam logo on the back as well, and then the best bit, Tom Meents on a mission, Maximum Destruction, are all back on this truck, and that is such a nice way of showing the history and the lineage of this truck, because these things first appeared on the back of Maximum Destruction, and so glad that they are on this too. If I've got that wrong, please correct me. And there we have it, the trucks, 8 of them this time, that are being added to the Backyard Jam collection. Rage, the 2 Velociraptors, Max D Double X, Gravedigger, Vendetta, Rockwell Red, and the Black Pearl at long last are finally in the collection. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. I've got another review to do very, very soon, which I'm looking forward to showing you. I managed to get hold of the Nitro Neons over in the UK. Actually bought them from Australia, and then they released in the UK. So look forward to that video. Until then, I shall see you again. Bye-bye.